Hey guys, this is Jonathan Collins from the 01 Creations channel. So this is going to be a video on how I designed and printed a UV pen adapter. I had a UV pen that I used to cure resin when it comes to like small cracks or filling in holes and things like that, and I realized that I needed a way to cure the inside of prints when you hollow them out and you've got holes where you can get something up in there. Someone had suggested online that you could use fiber optic cable for this, and I thought, oh, that's a great idea. So I decided to build my own. So I went down to Walmart and I bought a Toslink fiber optic cable. Those are used for AV audio receivers. I cut off one end, stripped it so that you could see the exposed fiber glass part, and then made an adapter for the other end to plug over the top of my UV pen. Now, this is not a tutorial on how to use Fusion. There are tons of tutorials out there. So I'm going to speed up different sections of this tutorial so that you don't have to go through my entire point and click of me designing this thing in Fusion. And then I will do some voiceover so that you guys, and I'll talk about different areas and things like that. All right, so let's get to the video. So here in Fusion, I'm going to make my basic shapes and I'm going to start doing some cutouts and things like that. All right, guys, so at this point, I have my basic shape of what I think is going to be the shape of the plug on the end of a Toslink cable. Now, had I been really smart in this section of the process, I would have went online to see if I could find a pre-made CAD drawing of the Toslink standard. Then I could have just easily modeled around an inserted 3D object, but I didn't do that. I was constantly measuring and doing things with a caliper, and for some reason I'm not very spatially aware, and I kept measuring with the calipers, and the calipers were in millimeters, and I was designing in millimeters, but it took me a long time to finally get this thing straightened away. So again, we're going to do a quick speed up, and then we will come back with some more dialogue here. So at this point, I've got it designed, I've got it exported as a 3D object, I'm bringing it into Bamboo Studio because I'm going to be printing this on my Bamboo P1S. Although I'll go ahead and tell you, I get it printed, it prints perfectly fine, it looks beautiful, I'm so proud of myself. But again, my scaling issues, I got to work on that. So this thing was so small and the walls were so thin, that even though they were solid infill walls, it broke almost instantly the moment I tried to plug it in. So then I had to go back to the drawing board, and I'd only redesign for the proper fit because the shapes weren't quite where I wanted for the inserts to work, but it was just way too brittle and too easy to break. So I had to do a ton of redesign and changing it up. So we will fast forward to that part. All right, so as you can see at this point, the design has drastically changed. So I decided, one, in order to have a piece that wasn't going to be brittle and break whenever, because you're going to be plugging this thing on and off of a UV pin, right? So I decided to make the entire thing one large cylinder. And then I made the cutout on one side of the cylinder to fit the UV pin, and the cutout on the other side of the cylinder to fit the toss-link cable. That way everything is lined up in the center. The UV pin light hits the toss-link cable at just the right angle. Well, not angle, straight on, right? Because it's hitting that adapter for the glass fiber, and then brings it to the other end. So, like I said, this wasn't going to be a fusion tutorial. This is just me kind of walking you through my first kind of project where I designed something completely on my own, printed it. It was a success. It was extremely gratifying. I was walking around with this giant smile on my face. It felt so good to have actually conceived of something, designed it, printed it, and had it working. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe here on YouTube. Also, place some comments down below if there's some other things you would like to see me work on. I paint statues, I do all kinds of things. Let me know. I would love to try to bring those to you here on the channel. And if you could share it with your friends, I'd also appreciate it. We're new, and this is a new venture for me, not only doing the art piece of it, but also doing design and a little bit of engineering. So anyway, this is Jonathan from the 01 Creations channel. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to speed some of the rest of this up, and then I hope to see you guys next time.